Lindsay moved from Maryland to North Carolina during her younger years.
I moved to North Carolina when I was 9. I had just turned 9, and I was going to the 4th grade. And I didn't even know I was moving there. I went to visit for one summer, and my mom just came down with all of our stuff and said we're moving there.
When Lynn moved to North Carolina, I was sad because everybody was moving that summer. My best friend moved from next door. My other friend moved from across the street, and then Lynn moved, so everybody just moved at the same time and left me by myself.
I moved because my grandmother was sick. She had cancer, and she passed away a year later after I moved there.
Ola also briefly moved away.
The big move to Gaithersburg was really stupid.
When Ola moved to Gaithersburg, I don't know, I didn't really notice it.
Because I had to be with all these Spanish people, and I just couldn't fit in there. It was just Spanish girls and white girls, and they were so preppy, and it was just like being at Degrassi. Like, how could you stay there? I couldn't. No. And I had my best friend was Marissa. She always talked about how she wanted to have a bigger chest than everybody else. I'm just like, I can't stay here for much longer. I had to go back to Perrywood.
That's when I became good friends with Matthew while she was gone and what.
It was a cute little era of theirs. Matthew and Jeffrey was best friends, and they had their little inside Largo jokes and their inside band jokes that I didn't want to hear, so I didn't know nothing about it. It was a cute little relationship. I loved it.
We rode the same bus, and we always talked and spent the night over each other's house or whatever, and we just became really good friends.
Then, Andrea moved to South Carolina.
I moved to South Carolina, I guess, in the 6th grade. It was, 2004, 3, I think. Because my mom wanted to be somewhere else different, I guess, for change. And she said the cost of living is cheaper down here.
I found out Andrea and my mom moved to South Carolina, when they was already down there. I found out from my grandmother, and she didn't even know they were moving either. My mom just sort of packed up and left without saying anything to anybody.
Well, I wasn't really that close to Andrea when she moved, so I didn't really feel that sad or anything. I just knew she was going to turn into a country girl, which she did.
In November of 2003, Ola and Matthew got baptized.
I remember getting baptized. It was a wonderful day. But it was so many things working against it. I didn't bring no underwear, so I was just all out there and everything. Nobody was there because on the day of my baptism, everybody just decided, hey, let's go to Disney World. So nobody was there but my brother. And he had to leave. And it was just me and Matthew. But it was nice. It was really nice being baptized.
When we went to Disney World, it was fun. The whole family went, and we had a good time. We rode a lot of rides, and we saw a lot of Disney characters.
I enjoyed it. Everything was just ideal.
Oh, it was great. It was real good. I'll never forget it. We did a lot. But we had 11 days, and I enjoyed every bit of it.
And the place was lovely. The trip was good. It wasn't that hot. The weather was good, and I think we only got rain 1 or 2 days, and we were in Disney World.
The trip to Disney World was fun. It was very long, and we stayed in a very nice hotel. Disney World was really nice, and we saw all kinds of things, and I hope I can go back one day.
There were some unexpected visitors at Matthew's house.
As far as I know, Ian was a gangster and Nikki was a whore, and I couldn't stand either of them.
Ian was Matthew's friend. His mom knew Matthew's dad, and she stayed with him, and she brought her son Ian over.
And Ian just met one of Matthew's friends and started going with him. Her name was Whitney. And they started going together, and Whitney was obsessed over him, or as I heard it.
When Matthew got robbed, I was really mad, nervous, a little upset.
I was very sad.
I was nervous and shocked and scared.
I was on the phone with Jeffrey and Lynn, and they talking about nothing. And I was like, oh my God, I'm like, what? I was like, yo, I just got robbed. And I don't know where Jeffrey went, but Lynn got on the phone.
I wanted to go over there and see how he was.
And we all started talking about it. It's like they switched places, and Jeffrey's in the background talking, and Lynn's talking to me, and they kept switching around.
I just didn't know what to think or what to do. It was just a big OMG moment.
We was all shocked to hear he had got robbed. Nothing like that had ever happened to somebody that we knew.
And I heard that Ian, he ran, and Matthew's shoes got taken, and he got a little roughed up by a tree or something like that.
And I think that Ian was responsible for Matthew getting robbed the night that him and Ian was out at 7-Eleven. They got robbed.
They were looking for Ian, but Ian was in Matthew's backyard, so he was okay. Everybody was okay except for his shoes that got taken.
Coming up.
And they walking around, their stuff has been stolen.
And later.
When I found that out, I said, you know,